Thinking Up, page 363, Measurement Mission. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to go on a hike, on a mission with a ruler and this page. Find 6 to 8 objects that are between 2 and 6 inches long. Measure the objects to the nearest ½ inch and record the data on the table for Thinking Up, page 363. Use the data to create a dot plot, then work together to make a frequency table that displays all of your data on the dot plots. All right, boys and girls, are you going to accept your mission? All right, so here we are on Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yes, it is Thursday. Thursday, the 14th of May. Okay, be sure that you are doing your DMP. And today we are doing Thinking Up, page 363. Let me show you how that's going to be done. All right, it's going to be done a little differently than what it says in the, I'm about to not be able to, and something crashes in here and in the kitchen. All right, so, I got to keep this plugged in because it's almost dying. So, we are going to look at the page for today and going to tweak the, instructions just a little bit so that we can do it for one person. All right, so here you go. Measurement mission. So you're going to go on a measurement mission with yourself or with your parents or siblings if you'd like to. And you're going to need a ruler or you can use a tape measure, okay? All right, or if you don't have a ruler or a tape measure, a paper clip is approximately 1 inch. And if you don't have a paper clip, then you could say usually about your finger is about 1 inch from there to there, your knuckle right there, or even there to there, okay? So whatever it is that you choose to measure with, just if you don't have a ruler, or if you don't have a paper clip, or if you don't have a tape measure, then make sure that whatever you choose the same amount, okay? So if you decide to use a piece of paper, like say I want to use a sticky note, and I think to myself, okay, that right there is approximately 1 inch, maybe a little bigger, maybe a little smaller, then just make sure that you're using that for whatever it is you're measuring, okay? All right, so you're going to find 6 to 8 objects that are between 2 and 6 inches long. You're going to measure the objects to the nearest ½ inch, so either 1 inch or ½ inch, and you're going to record the data here on this table. And then you're going to use that data to make a dot plot and to make a frequency table. All right, so for instance, in just a second, you're going to pause the video and you're going to go around and you're going to find 6 to 8 objects, okay? So for instance, okay, I actually do have a tape measure. So I say that I'm going to measure my phone, okay? So here's my phone right here. I'm going to take my measure and I'm noticing it's approximately, actually 6 inches, just exactly, okay? So I would write down phone, and it is 6 inches, okay? And then I would do that with several other things. I actually have, she's gonna laugh, I have someone dropping something off for teacher appreciation. Okay, Sadie's gonna go nuts. Okay, you're not gonna believe this. Hold on, scoot back, baby. Scoot back, Sadie. Get back. Okay, so literally, I'm doing my videos for math right now. So say hi.
Oh, hi.
Say hi. Tell them who you are.
I'm Aubrey.
Okay.
I'm one of her past students from a long time ago.
Is Andrew in the car?
No.
He's not?
He's at home.
He's at home?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing my math video, so tell them what you're doing. What is this?
I'm dropping off a bundt cake.
Yum! Tell me it's lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a whole one too. It's not even a small one. I'm so excited. Okay, can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
Is that okay? That's not social distancing, but thank you so much. I'm so excited. Say bye to my kids.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Is that your mom in the car?
It's my stepdad.
It's
My
just.
mom's at work.
Oh, got it. Sadie Bell. She'll probably go home with you. Come on, Sadie. Come on, Sadie. Go inside. Thank you so much, baby. All right. Well, it's Teacher Appreciation Week, and I had one of my former students Aubrey and Andrew. I had Andrew last year. I have Aubrey years ago. Goodness, I think she's probably maybe a 10th grader at this point. So anyway, they adopted me on Facebook for Teacher Appreciation Week. And yesterday they brought me, what am I doing this right? Okay, so yesterday they brought me, Swedish fish and Dr. Pepper and beef jerky and a bunch of my favorite things. Oh, dark chocolate. And then today she brought me a whole nothing but cake, lemon, which is my favorite. I'm so excited. Okay, so that was fun. What were we doing? Mission possible. Measurement mission. Okay, and then find another object that you can measure. So, I mean, just random things somewhere between 2 and 6 inches because you don't want something super, super big or super, super small. Okay, so I could say ooh, this is this little tool that I'm doing my little, I don't know what is it? My little diamond painting thing that I'm doing right here. Okay, so this is like this little tool that I use so I could measure that, and that is approximately 4.5 inches. So I could just write tool and then write 4.5 inches. Okay. All right. So go ahead and pause the video and go find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go find 8 objects that measure somewhere between 2 and 6 inches long. And remember, you don't have to have a measuring tape or a ruler. You can use a paper clip or you can use a sticky note, and you can decide that, you know, this is approximately, what is that actually? Oh no, it's not, that's about 1.5 inches. So anyways, go ahead and pause the video, find your objects, write them down, and then come back. All right, so now I'm going to show you how you need to put the information actually on the slide. So right here, you're going to pretend like you have the rest of this information filled out right here. I'm going to say I did a pen and it was 3 inches, and I did a coaster and it was 4.5 inches, and I did my mouse and it was 3.5 inches. What's something else? I don't know. I did a plug and it was 4 inches, and I did a, I can't think of anything else. I did a glue stick. All right, and it was 3 inches, and then I did, let's do Sadie's ear. Oh, I didn't really do Sadie's ear, but let's do Sadie's ear, and it was 5.5 inches. Okay, let's just say that is our data right there. Okay, so now we are going to be creating a frequency chart, and we're also going to be putting the objects on a dot plot. Okay, so my frequency chart, let's see, what did I have? Length in inches, 3 was my smallest, and 3.5 was another one that I had. Any more in the 3s? Nope. All right, and then I had 4 and 4.5. I had 5.5 and then 6. Okay, and then the number of times that I had it, 3, I had twice. 3.5. Now, if this said tally, we could do the tallies, but it actually is the frequency number. 3.5, I had once. 4, I had once. 4.5, I had that twice. 5.5, I had once. And 6, I had once. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 8 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had 8 objects there. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and then create your frequency chart right here. Create your frequency chart on your paper. If not on paper, then go ahead and just do it on a piece of notebook paper so that you actually get it drawn out. Okay. All right, and then lastly, we're going to be doing our dot plot. Okay, so with our dot plot, here we have 3 inches. I had 2 of them. So 1, 2, 3.5 inches. This is the 3.5. Between the 3 and the 4 is the 3.5. Right there. 4, I had 1, 4.5. I had 2, 5.5. I had 1 and 6. I had 1. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about my lemon bundt cake. Did you hear that, babe? It's a whole lemon bundt cake.
remind you that you and I are one.
We're so what's mine is yours?
Yes.
Yes, okay. We're gonna have to see if Mom wants to come over for dinner so she can help us eat this cake. Do what? Lemon. She asked my favorite. I said lemon. Okay, so now that we have our dot plot, so now that you've done this, whether you've done it on a piece of notebook paper or just scratch paper or something, or whether you printed this out and actually did it on the paper, let me show you how you can get it on to the screen, because that is a little different. Okay, I need to get my, oh, I need to plug this back in because I've been low on battery. There we good? Okay. All right, so take this off and show you the best way to get it onto your slide. Okay. Sorry for all the craziness. Miss Turney, turn it the other way. Here. And you definitely don't want to be seeing that. I want to be able to set it up so that you can watch me do this. And I usually use my eraser to do that. Sorry, I don't have the best setup today. That is not awesome, but let's see if I can get that back. Ooh, I should have charged it last night, but I didn't. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. You can see that. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. You can probably see it better now. All right, so here we have the objects, okay? So you need to get the names of your objects here, and you need to get the length of your objects there, okay? And the way you're gonna do that is just by creating a text box, okay? And I'm just gonna make my text, I can make it right there if I want to, make my text box. And the very first thing that I needed to type in, what did I do with my phone? Yes, phone, okay? Now, you have a couple of choices. You can keep creating text boxes one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. You could just take this one and drag it and make one long text box like that. And then you could just say, oh, my next object was, what was it? It was a tool. Okay, and then obviously that's not where it needs to go, so just do the spaces until it's where it needs to go. And my next object was a pen. And my next object was a coaster. All right, I'm going to keep doing my objects. Okay, if you are still listening, today we are going to do a blue lightning bolt. So if you are still listening and still paying attention to what we're doing here, then I would like for you to, when you get done doing this, to somewhere on this page, put a blue lightning bolt on this page, and that way I know you're listening, and I know you're watching the videos, and I know you're paying attention. I just put Sadie, even though technically it was Sadie's ear. Okay, all right, and then we want to do the lengths. Okay, so you could just create another text box, and you can basically do the same thing. Now, you don't have to put inches because it already says right there that it's inches. Okay, so I could just do 6 and then 4.5. Now I have a choice. I can do 4.5 because that's technically 4.5, right? Or I could do 4 and do the 1/2. Okay, that's 4.5. And usually because 1/2 and 3/4 and 3/4 and stuff are very common fractions, it'll do that for you right there. Okay, and then so go through and then put the rest of your data. Try to get it inside the box if you can. And put the rest of the data in here. 4.5. Gonna be eating me some lemon bundt cake tonight. 3.5. And 4, 3, 5.5. 4, 3, 5.5. There we go. And that's how you get your information in there. Don't forget to do your blue lightning bolt. Okay, so now let's look at how to get dot plot and frequency right here. Okay, so right here, let's do our frequency table first. I'm going to come up here and do my, let's see if it will work to do a long one. Sometimes it won't, but let's just see. Okay, there's 3.5. I have a feeling that as we go down, it's probably not going to be like where we need it to be. Like that's okay, but I don't know. Let's see. And then there's 4. Yes, and then 4.5. That's not like too bad, but this is the problem. Is like right there, it's like in between. So I think I'm gonna create another text box. Okay, or you could do it Miss Turney. You could do it that way right there, where and get it right where I need it, like that. I don't know what was after the 4.5. 5.5. And then when you go over to this side, how many times was it? It was just 1. That probably would have been an easier way to do it. All right, and then basically, so you have that, and I can take this and I can do Control D, and it duplicates it, and then I can just put it exactly where I want it. And the next one was 6. Right, and that was also 1 time. Okay, so maybe that was the easier way to do that. It probably was. That's okay. Let's just go this way with that. And the 3 was 2 times, and the 3.5 was 1 time, and the 4 was 1 time, and the 4.5 was 2 times. Okay, so there you go. As long as it's basically lines up, you'll be fine. So the next part is getting our dots up here. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I mean, I guess I'll let you create your own. If you want to do a shape, you can do a circle, and then you can create a dot. All right. You make it whatever color you want. I just tend to like this purple. I think it's pretty. So I'll just do the inside of the dot purple, and I'll do the outside of the dot purple, and then basically there's my dot right there, okay? And what I can do, if I want to create that dot over and over again, it would be a real pain to do that dot over and over again. So if I click on that, I can do Control D, and it just Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, go just as many times as I need to. Actually, it's just 8 times because you just have 8 objects. So I can take it, and if it's super, super small and you can't get that little, I guess you can't see that very well, you can't get this little bracket over it like this, because you have to have that bracket over it, that little plus sign like that, in order to get it where you want to. You can always just, ooh, boop, boop, go back, go back, go back. Where was I? Here. Okay. You can always move your cursor, like your little arrows, and get it exactly where you need it. Okay, so for 3, I need 2 dots. Okay, there's 1, 2 dots. Oh, no, that didn't work very well. There we go. And then for, oh, it's not lined up. That's going to bug me if it's not lined up. Okay, and then for 3.5, I just needed 1 dot. And then I need 1 dot for 4. 4.5, I needed 2 dots. And then for 5.5, I needed 1 dot. And for 6, I needed 1 dot. So you should have a total of 8 dots. So I can just delete that one. Okay. All right. And then there is my dot plot. Ta-da! Okay, there we go. And that is how you do this page. Don't forget to do your blue lightning bolt somewhere on, what page am I on? Somewhere on this page. All right. That is it. See you tomorrow.